My friends, today I want to speak about something quiet but powerful. I want to speak about listening. Not the kind of listening where we are only waiting for our turn to talk. Not the kind of listening where our face is present but our mind is somewhere else. Not the kind of listening where we hear words but miss the heart behind them. I want to speak about sacred listening. The kind of listening that makes room for another human being to exist without being rushed, judged, corrected, or dismissed. The kind of listening that says, your story matters here. The kind of listening that can become shelter for someone who is carried too much in silence. We live in a loud world. Everyone is speaking. Everyone is reacting. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone has a post, a reply, a position, a defense, a correction, a conclusion. But for all our talking, many people still feel unheard. They are surrounded by noise, but starved for understanding. They answer, I'm fine. Because they have learned that many people do not really have time for the honest answer. They smile because explaining the pain feels too tiring. They go quiet because the last time they opened their heart, someone made it small. And so, today, the flame asks us to consider a holy question. Who around me needs to be heard? Not fixed immediately, not preached at immediately, not analyzed immediately. Heard. Because there are moments when advice is not the first gift love should offer. Sometimes the first gift is presence, a listening presence, a calm presence, a presence that does not run away from discomfort, a presence that does not turn someone's pain into a debate, a presence that says, I may not know exactly what to say, but I am here and I am willing to hear you. That is not small. That is ministry. That is healing work. That is one of the ways the one flame becomes visible in ordinary life. Because listening is love with its ears open. Listening is humility with its hands empty. Listening is respect made practical. Listening is the decision to make room for another person's humanity. And my friends, we need that room. Our families need that room. Our children need that room. Our spouses need that room. Our elders need that room. Our friends need that room. Our communities need that room. Even the people we disagree with need that room. Not because every idea is true, not because every behavior is right, not because we must agree with everything that is spoken, but because listening is not the same as surrendering wisdom. Listening is not weakness. Listening is not silence in the face of harm. Listening is not giving up on your convictions. Listening is the courage to understand before you answer. And that courage is rare. Many arguments become worse because people are not truly listening. They are collecting evidence. They are preparing a comeback. They are defending old wounds. They are trying to win rather than trying to understand. But what if we ask a better question? Not, how do I win this moment? But what is really being said here? What fear is behind these words? What wound is speaking beneath this anger? What need has gone unnamed? What story have I not heard yet? That does not mean we excuse harm. It means we'll listen deeply enough to respond with wisdom instead of reacting from pride. There is a great difference between hearing a person and obeying everything they say. There is a great difference between listening and being controlled. There is a great difference between compassion and confusion. Sacred listening has boundaries. It has discernment. It has truth in it. But it also has patience. It has tenderness. It has self-control. It has the willingness to say, I do not know everything yet. That sentence can change us. I do not know everything yet. Those words humble the heart. They slow the tongue. They open the door for grace. Because sometimes we think we already know someone's story. We see a face, hear an accent, notice a mistake, observe a mood, and we think we understand. But people are deeper than our first impression. A person's anger may be grief with armor on. A person's silence may be exhaustion, not disrespect. A person's distance may be fear, not rejection. A person's question may be a cry for guidance, not rebellion. A person's strength may be hiding a place that has not been comforted in years. When we do not listen, we reduce people. And there are people all around us who are longing to be seen, not as a problem to manage, but as a person to honor. Sometimes listening begins at home. It begins when a child is trying to tell us something, but we are tired. It begins when a spouse speaks and we choose not to interrupt. It begins when an elder repeats a story, and instead of treating it like a burden, we hear the memory they are trying to preserve. It begins when a friend says, I have been going through a lot. And we resist the urge to rush past it. It begins when someone disagrees with us and we do not immediately turn them into an enemy. It begins when we listen to our own soul. Yes, even that. Some of us are so busy surviving that we have stopped listening to ourselves. We ignore our tiredness. We ignore our grief. We ignore our limits. We ignore the small voice inside saying, something needs attention here. We keep pushing. We keep producing. We keep caring. We keep smiling until the soul becomes until it becomes quiet in a dangerous way. But the flame also asks us to listen inwardly. What is your spirit trying to tell you? Where are you tired? Where are you pretending? Where do you need healing? Where do you need to be honest? Where do you need to ask for help? Listening to yourself is not selfish when it leads you back to truth. It is wisdom. A person who never listens inwardly will eventually speak from exhaustion, react from pressure, and give from emptiness. So listen. Listen to the people around you. Listen to the silence in your own heart. Listen for the places where the flame is trying to guide you back to what is real. And when you listen, listen with your whole self. Listen with your eyes giving attention. Listen with your face offering kindness. Listen with your posture showing that you are not rushing away. Listen with your spirit asking, what does love require in this moment? There are times when love requires a word. There are times when love requires quiet. There are times when love requires a question. There are times when love requires a boundary. There are times when love requires simply staying near while someone finds their own words. We do not always have to fill the room. Sometimes the room needs space. Sometimes healing needs silence. Sometimes the most powerful thing we can say is, tell me more. Tell me more. Those three words can become a doorway. They tell someone, I'm not finished hearing you. They tell someone, you do not have to shrink the truth to make me comfortable. They tell someone, there is room for your story here. Imagine what could happen if more homes practice that. Imagine fewer people being interrupted. Imagine fewer children feeling invisible. Imagine fewer elders feeling forgotten. Imagine fewer marriages where people live beside each other but never truly hear each other. Imagine fewer communities where people shout across wounds they have never taken time to understand. Imagine a world where listening became a form of love again. Not passive listening, not empty listening, sacred listening. Listening that leads to compassion. Listening that leads to repair. Listening that leads to justice. Listening that leads to wisdom. Listening that leads to changed behavior. Because listening is not complete if nothing in us becomes more loving, more honest, or more awake. When we truly listen, we may have to apologize. We may have to admit we misunderstood. We may have to change how we speak. We may have to stop repeating a pattern. We may have to make space for someone else's pain without making ourselves the center. We may have to learn that our intention did not erase another person's hurt. That is hard, but it is holy. The flame does not only comfort us, the flame also teaches us how to become safer for others. A safe person is not someone who agrees with everything. A safe person is someone who can receive truth without immediately punishing the one who speaks it. A safe person is someone whose presence does not make honesty dangerous. A safe person is someone who can listen without turning every wound into an argument. May we become those people. May our homes become places where truth can breathe. May our friendships become places where people do not have to perform strength all the time. May our communities become places where the unheard are not ignored. May our hearts become places where the one flame can speak and be welcomed. So this week, practice the sacred art of listening. Choose one conversation where you will not rush. Choose one person you will hear more carefully. Choose one moment where you will pause before answering. Choose one place in yourself where you will stop pretending not to know what you know. Ask someone, how are you really doing? And when they answer, do not hurry them. Do not immediately make it about yourself. Do not fix too quickly. Do not judge too soon. Listen for the heart. Listen for the wound. Listen for the hope. Listen for what love is asking of you. My friends, not every flame roars. Some flames listen. Some flames sit quietly beside the weary. Some flames make room for truth. Some flames warm a cold silence until someone finally feels safe enough to speak. That too is light. That too is love. That too is sacred. May the one flame teach us to listen again. May we hear the child, the elder, the friend, the stranger, the wounded, the forgotten, and the quiet places within ourselves. May our listening become a bridge. May our attention become a gift. May our presence become healing. And may someone this week feel less alone because we chose to hear them with love. Amen.